Today, I'm going to be making the Duncan Hines Epic S'mores Brownie Kit. This comes with a brownie mix, graham crust mix, mini marshmallows, and fudge drizzle. It was $4.98 at Walmart, and I'm going to show you the things that you need. You need 3 tablespoons of melted butter in one container. You need 5 tablespoons of melted butter in another container. This is for your crust. This is for the actual brownie part, the brownie mix. You need 2 large eggs. You need 2 tablespoons of water. So what you want to do is preheat your oven to 350. It tells you to use an 8x8 metal pan. Now, I only own an 8x8 glass pan. But I thought, well, I want to use metal. So the 8x8 pan I have is the metal pan that I have is a 9x9. So just know mine will be a little thinner, just a little bit thinner, because I have a 9x9 inch pan. It is metal. They want you to grease the entire pan with PAM. Instead of doing that, I always use parchment paper. I like to use parchment paper because it doesn't get the pan dirty, and when they're finished, you can lift. I'll show you. You'll be able to lift this whole thing out of here and then cut them, and they'll all be really pretty. So, in this mix, you get the marshmallows, and there's your graham crust. We're going to use that first. And then, here's your fudge drizzle. It's literally just a drizzle, so they don't give you that much. And then there's your brownie mix. So you want to take your graham cracker crust, and if you've ever made a graham cracker base for anything, then you'll know what this is supposed to look like. You just mix this in your butter, and then we're going to pat it into the bottom of that metal pan. Once you've done that, just leave that there. And then we're going to move over to our brownie mix. And we're going to basically pour the rest of our ingredients, the brownie mix, the eggs, the water, and the 5 tablespoons of melted butter. We're going to mix that together in this bowl. And then we're going to pour it over the top, once it's mixed, of that graham cracker base. Actually, because it's so thick, I'm going to put it in hunks because I don't want to lift up any of that bottom crust. So I kind of want to place it and then spread it where it needs to be. Because if I dump this all in one place and then try to spread it, it's going to pull up that crust from the bottom. I'm going to take some vegetable spray, and I'm going to get a clean spoon, and I'm going to spray this with vegetable spray, the bottom of it. So because the minute, this is so thick, the minute I start to move it, it's going to pick up that crust. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to do this. That way it does not stick. And that little bit will not hurt your, it won't hurt your brownie mix. Want to put this in the oven and bake it for 26 to 30 minutes. I'm going to bake it for 28 minutes, and then we'll be back. So these just came out of the oven. What you want to do now is you want to set your oven to broil. And broil, if you don't know, broil gets very, very, very hot. Take your marshmallows, sprinkle them over the top, spread them out a little bit, and now you're going to put them back in the oven on broil for 2 to 3 minutes. You really need to watch though, because it will get brown quickly. This was after just like a minute, and so I'm telling you, It's like when you're baking pecans or something. You have to watch them or they will burn. So what you want to do at this point is you want to let this cool completely. And then the last thing we're going to do is add our drizzle, our fudge drizzle. Okay, so now we've let our brownies cool. We have our fudge topping. And I'm going to cut a corner from that. And you just want to drizzle some over the top. This, in all honesty, this has been setting for several hours just because I was busy, Kevin was busy. So, but I'm going to show you, this is why I always put it in parchment paper. Because you pick it up and move it over. And now I don't have to wash my pan. Pan's clean. So now this, you're supposed to get 16 pieces. I decided I'm going to use a pizza cutter. This may or may not work. I just figured I would give it a try. And
give it a whirl.
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl. Give it a roll, huh?
That seemed to work.
Yeah, that actually works really well. I think that works better than a knife would, just because you would have to keep picking a knife up. Show you what one looks like. And by the way, the chocolate, because it's not milk chocolate, it's just like a fudge, it never does harden. So you see it's on my thumb, it never does. That's after 3 hours of it sitting here. It never does change at all. So this is the bottom. That's that graham cracker crust. And you see mine, like I said, mine's not as thick as on their box, just because my pan was a 9x9 instead of an 8x8. But
that's pretty close.
Yeah, this just goes to show you though, if you only have a 9x9 inch pan, it will work. So I just put the two on the plates for us to try. It's 1/16 prepared, so that's exactly what we have here. That's 240 calories.
I mean, dead on, you'd have to weigh it to be exact, but it's close.
It's close enough. You'd have to weigh the marshmallows and the fudge,
literally.
and really, truly,
it's
about
a 16th. It's about
240 calories. So let's. Oh, and you can also. It says you can make cupcakes. So if you don't want to make. It was easier for me to just throw it all in one pan and be done with it. If you want to take the time to make individual little cupcakes, there's a picture there on the bottom.
That's nice if you're taking it, taking it somewhere where multiple people are going to eat on it.
Yes.
That base is firmer than I thought it would be.
Yes, I like it though.
And marshmallows are a little tough.
Mm-hmm. They're what I thought they would be. Mm-hmm. They're chewy.
That's not bad. It doesn't necessarily remind me of s'more.
No.
Mostly just chocolate brownie.
Just chocolate brownie, yeah.
It's a very good chocolate brownie. I love the texture.
I do too. I love the brownie, and I love the base. This is honestly, it's a really simple idea. Mm-hmm. And to put these things together and call it s'mores. I truly, I know it's supposed to be s'mores, but I could leave the marshmallows off completely.
Yeah.
And just have the base and the brownie, which they've probably done stuff like that in the past, and I would like it just as well.
I wish, I agree. You could leave the chocolate drizzle and the marshmallow off completely.
Yeah.
It's mostly for looks.
Yeah, even the chocolate drizzle, yeah, you could leave that off completely.
I almost wish it had some kind of marshmallow cream that you spread over the top after it cooled off and you just left it on the top. Or you could even have stuck it in the microwave and rolled it for just a few seconds to get it brown.
The oven. Use the microwave.
Meant the oven to broil it. Yeah, your microwave probably doesn't have broil. But you know, some kind of cream. That way you're getting a little bit more of it, and they could have bumped the flavor of the marshmallow up a little bit.
Right, because really,
then it would have made a difference. These really don't taste them. You just get that chewy texture.
Right, you really don't taste marshmallow. Kevin's right. If they had used like a marshmallow cream, you would have tasted the flavor of the marshmallow more. That's why I'm saying if you left it off and left off the drizzle, it would be just as good with just the brownie and the base.
Yeah.
That being said, I really do like the brownie. I think it's delicious.
Yeah, the brownie's good and gooey and mushy and soft. It's really good.
So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.